I believe that we're at the beginning of a major parabolic run, and yes, I'm going to go even as far as saying that the major altcoin season is going to start exactly here. And yes, we're going to look at all of the price movement, and I even said it in the previous video, yes, you survived the biggest crash, but this is going to be the beginning of a major run towards the upside. So in this video we're going to look at the price movement of Bitcoin, which looks absolutely bullish. Yes guys, a lot of people called me delusional, where I was saying exactly here that the price movement is not going to dump any further. Yes guys, there were a lot of bears out there, so where are all the people that called me delusional? They have gone, because the price movement once again turned around exactly within this region, and in this video I'm going to explain you why patience is going to be the most important factor when it comes to investing. Yes, I've said it several times before, it is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market, and in this video we're going to look at the timing that you should have and the correct mindset to be profitable during this bull run, because yes, this is going to be the beginning of a major bull cycle. So we're going to look at all of the factors why this is the beginning of a major altcoin season. We're going to look at the price movement of Solana, which looks extremely bullish. Yes, we're in this falling wedge, and this is a bullish target with a breakout target exactly at the previous highs. So ultimately guys, this is going to be once again the bottom, and it's not about timing, it really is about time in the market. So if you always want to stay up to date what is happening in the overall crypto market, make sure to be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe. And now let's directly start with today's content, because yes, this looks extremely bullish. And first of all, we're going to look at the daily chart of Bitcoin, because I told you that this major range low is going to be a major support level, and that we could expect that the price movement is going to bounce from these levels, because all these major corporations, institutions, nations, even states, they're accumulating all the coins that you're selling exactly here. So what do I expect in the immediate short term? First of all, we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin is once again under the 50 moving average, which is exactly in this major box, this yellow support box, exactly from the 100,000 US dollars all the way to the levels of 98,000 US dollars. So this is going to be the next move. Bitcoin needs to break the 50 moving average and come back above the 100,000 US dollars. And as soon as we're going to break this major downwards trend that the price movement has been forming, which once again perfectly lines up with the 13 moving average round about the levels of 101,000, where we can see a lot of previous resistance exactly along this line. Yes guys, we could expect this major run towards the upside, and not only for Bitcoin, for the overall crypto market, because yes, we took quite a dump, because this was the biggest liquidation that we had in the overall crypto market, bigger than the COVID crash, or even bigger than the FTX collapse. So you survived the biggest crypto crash when it comes to liquidations, because we saw that the overall crypto market saw a major dump towards the downside. And on the weekly chart, once again guys, don't focus on the red, focus on the discount. If you're going to go to a shop and you're going to get something for a 35 or even 36% discount, you're going to buy it. But if you're seeing any investment on a major discount, you're not going to buy. What is wrong with you? This is a major discount that you're getting in the overall crypto market, because on the 15-minute chart, we can see that the overall crypto market is ready to explode, because ultimately guys, we're going to look at this bullish scenario. But first of all, let's go on the even lower time frames. On the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, we had this major liquidation wick all the way to this major range low, round about the 91,200 US dollars. We got this bounce, came all the way up to the 50 moving average, round about the 101,000 US dollar level. We closed this candle exactly here, got a rejection, came all the way back down. But what if I tell you that this move is extremely bullish? Yes, if the price movement of Bitcoin would have gone up even higher, all the way to the next target, this would mean that the price movement needs to come all the way back down to retest these major important levels. Because yes, you're either going to get a consolidation over the price, meaning that the price movement dumps in a fast move all the way back down to the important levels, but you can also get a consolidation over time. This means that the price movement consolidates in a certain range until the moving averages come all the way to the price movement, and this is exactly what we are seeing. We are seeing a consolidation over time. This means the price movement is consolidating exactly within this range, and we can see we formed a low and a higher low exactly here. So this ultimately is bullish, and if we're going to see that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to form a higher high, this means we could expect this major breakout towards the upside, and this means the price movement got some strength exactly here and turned resistance into support, and this is ultimately extremely bullish. And that's why we want to see that the price movement doesn't go up in a straight line. We need the price movement to go up as stairs. And yes guys, if we're going to look at this dump and this higher low, this looks extremely similar. Yes, the price movement is forming this perfect reversal pattern, and as soon as we're going to break the 100,000 US dollars, come back above the 200 moving average, this red line on the 4-hour chart, we're going to form this major breakout pattern. Yes, this double bottom or W formation, and this breakout is going to bring us all the way to the previous all-time high, round about the 109,000 US dollars. But ultimately guys, if we're going to go over to Solana, I told you in the previous video that this is once again going to mark the bottom and that we could expect this fast move. And yes guys, we are seeing that Solana also formed this low and this higher low exactly here. And yes, this is a bullish pattern. We can see that the price movement of Solana is forming this falling wedge exactly here. And the breakout target from a falling wedge is always going to be the top of the wedge all the way at the previous all-time high. So as soon as we're going to break this level, exactly here at the levels of $216, and once again this perfectly lines up with 100 and even the 50 moving average exactly at the price level of $213. So the next move towards the upside, yes guys, is going to be extremely bullish for Solana and all of the altcoins, because ultimately guys, we're going to look at all of the stats why this is going to be a major pump towards the upside. But first let's look at this chart, because yes, this is the price movement of Bitcoin exactly from the bottom all the way to the current price movement, and we can see these major retracements of 22, 20, 25, 23, 30%, 16%, and yes guys, a lot of people are going to anticipate a lower dump, but with all these major institutions, they're not going to give you this lower dump, because we see that nations, states, and even central banks, they're accumulating Bitcoin exactly here. So they're not going to make you the favor to dump the price even lower. They just need all these selling pressures from these weak hands to accumulate these huge amounts of Bitcoin before we're going to see this next major move towards the upside. And all the FOMO, the fear of missing out, is going to start exactly here, because all the mainstream investors, they're only going to enter Bitcoin once we're going to break its previous all-time high. And exactly for Solana, we're going to see that the mass adoption is only going to start when we're going to see this exponential growth and this major parabolic run, because nobody's interested in buying in a down market. And once again, it is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market, and you should always invest when it's extremely fearful, because these would have been the best entry prices. And yes guys, maybe you would have been down a short period of time, but ultimately guys, we're going to find out exactly why patience is going to be the key. But keep in mind guys, this is a major discount, because we're going to look at the bullish factor. And yes guys, we're going to look at the 2019 and 2021 cycle. Exactly in February, we saw this consolidation round about the 10,600 US dollar level. And yes, in the beginning of February, we saw this major run towards the upside, and this was the start of this major parabolic run. Because ultimately guys, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, and we are exactly here. 4 years later, once again, we are seeing this consolidation in February, and the next step is going to be, yes, this parabolic run towards the upside and a major altcoin season, because this chart is giving us all the information that we need. Bitcoin consolidations are bullish for altcoins. Altcoin season is really a ticking time bomb at this point. Yes guys, we can see the white line is the total 3 market cap. This means all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and also Ethereum. And exactly 4 years ago, this was February, where we saw the beginning of a major altcoin season. And yes guys, even the year before, we saw exactly after a consolidation for Bitcoin, we started this last leg of the bull market, this major parabolic phase. And yes guys, once again, we are exactly here, just before the beginning of a major altcoin season, because exactly here, 4 years ago, we saw that the price movement consolidated of Bitcoin, this orange line, and the altcoins saw a major dump, but afterwards we saw a major pump towards the upside. And once again, guys, this is what's going to happen. And most of the people, they're only going to enter at the top. So this means you're one step ahead, because ultimately, guys, the altcoin season is about to explode. Because once again, this is the others, all the altcoins priced against Bitcoin. Yes, guys, we can see that Bitcoin was outperforming the altcoins, and that's why we saw the altcoin market cap come all the way back down to this major support, and the relative strength index is at a low. We saw this breakout exactly 4 years ago, once again in February, in the beginning of February. To be precise, on the 8th of February, we saw that the altcoins saw this major start of this major altcoin season, where all the altcoins were outperforming Bitcoin. And this means that coins like Injective, Solana, Ondo, Link, they're all going to make a 10x. Yes, you're going to 10x your investment if you're going to get in exactly now at this fearful moment after the biggest liquidation event. Because once again, guys, 4 years ago in February, we saw this breakout, this major dump, all the way back down to this trend line, and we had this retest of this RSI, and we saw this major run towards the upside. And once again, we are exactly in the same scenario. We saw this breakout, this retest from the relative strength index, which is at an extreme low, and we are seeing this breakout. Yes, guys, this is going to be imminent. I think that this breakout is going to happen in the next 3 days, or maybe even in the next week, but it's going to be important that you're going to accumulate exactly within this region before this market is going to turn around, because you want to buy low and sell high. Because yes, guys, once again, we're going to look at the previous price movement of Bitcoin all the way from the bottom, which was in the year 2022. The bear market bottom, we started this run towards the upside, had this major consolidation, which lasted 252 days. Then we saw this next leg up, and yes, guys, this is from the time frame of the 27th of November all the way to the 5th of February. So exactly 1 year ago, this was a consolidation period which lasted 70 days. Then we saw this next leg towards the upside, had a major consolidation phase for 252 days. The previous consolidation was also 252 days, and then we saw this major pump towards the upside and the next consolidation, which started at the end of November. And yes, today we have the 6th of February 2025, and yes, guys, exactly 1 year ago, this marked the beginning of a major run towards the upside for the altcoins, where the altcoins were outperforming Bitcoin. But yes, even 4 years before, exactly in this major time frame, we saw this consolidation in 2021, and this was this major altcoin season. This was just the small altcoin season 1 year ago, exactly within this level, and now we're going to see this major parabolic run, which starts exactly now, today, and you should accumulate exactly here, because it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. And yes, guys, we're going to look at SUI, because exactly 1 year ago, I made a dedicated video about SUI, and yes, this was exactly here on the 12th of January 2024, where I told you to buy SUI exactly within these levels. So let's go over to the video, because yes, the price movement of SUI was round about the levels of $1.17 on the 12th of January 2024. And yes, guys, some of you might think if you would have bought exactly here, and this is the second video I made about SUI, exactly at the top here. So if you would have invested exactly within this range, or let's take exactly the mid range where I made the first and the second video to buy SUI, yes, guys, you would have been in a loss. If you would have entered exactly here at the average buying price all the way to the lows, yes, you would have seen your investment go down 66%. Let's say you invested 1,000 exactly within this level. This means you would have only had $440 left on your investment if you would have invested exactly here $1,000. So yes, guys, you would have been down. But if you would have sold exactly here, you would have realized your loss. So you would have really lost $660 if you didn't have the patience to just hold. Because yes, maybe you would have been down 66%, but if we're going to look at the return all the way from the exact same price all the way to the current price, you would still be up 147% if you just would have sat on your hands and didn't sell anything, because this is really important. It is not about timing the market, buying and selling in a loss. No, it is about buying, holding and accumulating, because you would have been up at the top 288%. And yes guys, you invested $1,000 exactly here. But if you just would have added exactly at these levels another $100, you would have seen your 100 extra dollars that you would have accumulated, dollar cost averaged in a fearful moment. You would have seen all the way from these levels. Let's be conservative. You saw this major dump and you reinvested another $100 exactly here. You would have seen your investment all the way from these levels go up. Let me just remove this drawing all the way towards the side. You can see that you would have been up on your $100 investment 720% all the way to the top. So this means you turned your $100 into $700, but now you didn't sell a bit and you were just accumulating even more. So this means your $1,000 all the way from these levels went up 288%. This means you have $3,880. And yes guys, you made this extra $700 because you accumulated even more at these major fearful moments. Yes, you would have been down 66%, but overall guys, if we're going to add the $700 in profit from the $100 that we made, because we dollar cost averaged even more, you would have $4,580 from a $1,000 investment you made exactly here within this range where I told you to accumulate SUI. But guys, keep in mind, you were down 66%. So what is the most important thing? Yes, staying in the market, accumulating and holding, because we know exactly that we are in this last parabolic stage of the bull market and that this is only going to be the beginning of a major parabolic run. So what are you waiting for? Guys, you're getting all of these coins at a major discount. Now's the time to accumulate, because this is going to happen. Yes guys, we're going to see that altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin, and some might say that all this money from the altcoins went into meme coins and it's not going to rotate back into altcoins. But guys, we're seeing the mass adoption of crypto. We are having a pro-crypto government in the United States, which are thinking about a US reserve in Bitcoin. And we are seeing that not only in Bitcoin, but also in a range of cryptocurrencies, like for instance, the tokenization of real-world assets being Link, Ondo. And we're also going to see that Solana is going to get a major push towards the upside. Yes, my end of the bull market target is all the way at the level, and this is a conservative level of round about $1,300. So this means your profit all the way from the current price movement of Solana, round about the $200 level, all the way to my conservative price target is going to be another 500%. Because ultimately guys, we saw that all of these coins got a major push towards the upside in the previous bull cycle. Let's just look at Solana. All the way once again from February 2021, we saw that Solana went up 3,700%, and in the previous bull cycle, exactly 1 year ago, where we also saw this consolidation phase, we saw that Solana went up 245%, but this was just the small altcoin season, and if history is going to repeat, this is going to mark the exact bottom of this next major parabolic run towards the upside for at least 690% for the bullish price target for Solana. Yes guys, I do believe that Solana is going to reach the levels of $2,500 being my bullish case, and even coins like SUI, they're easily going to go up all the way to the price target of round about $20, which is going to be exactly from this price target another 500%. So yes guys, your altcoin portfolio is easily going to 5 to 10x during this major altcoin season. And keep in mind guys, we invested $1,000 exactly within these levels. We reinvested another $100, so we are up $4,580 all the way at the previous highs. But if we're going to look at the price movement that we could still expect for SUI all the way from the previous highs, this is another 300%. This means your $4,580 is still going to 3x. So yes, you turned $1,000 investing exactly here into SUI into $13,700 because you had the exact right mindset. You didn't panic sell, you reaccumulated, And you have learned the most valuable lesson. It is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. And if you always want to stay up to date, what is happening in the overall crypto market, all the latest news, and if you want to trade all of these moves, sign up to Phemex where you receive a major deposit bonus. And if you want to trade without KYC, sign up to BloFin. But most importantly guys, now is the time to accumulate, because this move towards the upside is once again going to catch a lot of people off guard, and you want to be the one that is buying low and selling high. And now's the time to accumulate, because this is going to mark the beginning of a major bull run towards the upside for Bitcoin, the overall crypto market, but especially for all of these altcoins, which are going to see a major pump. Now's the time to accumulate. Now's the time to be for crypto. Smash up the like button and subscribe, and we see each other in the next video.